Hello, good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself, Foxter, on the panel is the one and only Ibrox Law. We'll bring you up to date with the team news. On you go, Ibrox.
Yep. Alwick, Tavernier, Alves, Bates, Halliday, Candias, Goss, Doherty, Windass, Cummings and Morales, aka El Buffalo. So to me that is 1, 2, 3 changes from the last match. Alwick replacing Foringham, Alves replacing Russell Martin, and Cummings replacing the injured Jamie Murphy. Hopefully he's back for next week. So that's 3 changes from our last match.
All right. I think we were all maybe Wallace would have been in for. What's the substitutes, Ibrox?
I'm just getting them just now, mate. That was just Chris Jack's team. I'll get the substitute right now.
Fotheringham, Martin, Hodgson, Holt, Herrera, Miller and Dodo. So we were looking for Lee Wallace. He's still can't be quite there yet. So obviously Fotheringham goalkeeper, Martin for the centre backs, Hodgson the 2 full backs, Holt midfield, Herrera, Miller and Dodo. So off front 3 men. Dodo's a bit of a surprise, mate.
It is, mate, but he says he's still in my squad, and it's maybe one of these cup games that he's going to come in for, mate, because has he got a long-term future at the club? I don't think a lot of his support think so, but he has still got another 2 years to run on his contract, so he's going to be thereabouts until the end of this season. To see if he moves on, which I think he may do. So.
You never know what can happen. Look at Windass, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people, I see it as a straight 4-4-2, back 4, with Tav and Andy Halliday, the fullbacks, Bates and Alves in the middle, Candias on the right, Windass on the left, where he's no Sean, Doherty and Goss in the midfield, Cummings and Morales up front, straight 4-4-2 to me. What about yourself?
No, definitely 4-4-2. I says to old school just before the show started, I think it's going to be automatically Windass comes back into the left side of midfield, so Cummings, Morales up front, Candias on the right, Goss and Doherty, and then obviously you'll get Tavs, Bates, Alves and Andy Halliday at left back. So I think it's pretty much 4-4-2, straight and simple formation. I think a lot of our fans as well that I've seen speaking on social media wanted the same sort of team as against United, with Cummings and Morales up front too. So the manager's went for it.
That's what we've got. Anyway, if people want to join us, what's the number, Ibrox?
It's 0141 356 1972.
Or you can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you'll be brought into the call. Oh, right on cue, we've got our first caller. Afternoon, Rudy Bert.
Aye, how we doing, Ox? Hope you're good, mate.
I'm all right, mate. How are you finding this, mate? This sort of game at this time, it must throw your diet out and your
Funny enough.
Are you having a snack?
Funny enough, I just had a nice ham and cheese sandwich with a wee bit of piccalilli on it and a cup of coffee.
Just to make you last to your tea time, eh?
Just keep me going till the game's finished. Now I can get my roast chicken dinner. You know what I mean?
We've also been joined by Cairo. Afternoon, Cairo.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Cairo.
Well, for me this evening, I'm up early in the morning. I don't lie in my pit to 8:30 and 9 o'clock like. So this is evening for me, early evening.
All right, mate.
Well, you did ask. You did
sands
cast
of time wait
aspersions.
for no man. The sands of time wait for no man.
That's right. You did cast aspersions on what I said when I said good evening, so I just thought I'd explain it.
Right,
but yes,
okay.
How's everybody doing?
All right, mate. How are you? Are you weather okay now? Easing off or?
Weather's fine. It's been actually a wee smirmy rain the days. Kind of I gave where it's a light cover and a snow. You know that it's starting to wash it away. So that's good. We're looking good here.
All right, good mate. Good. What do you think of the team, boys? I'll go to Rudy first, then I'll go to Cairo.
I said the other night, maybe Graham Murphy would go with the 4-4-2 and Cummins and Morelos up front like he did against United, and that's exactly what he's done. So straight 4-4-2 for me. Surprised that Alves is back in though. I thought I went with Bates and Russell Martin to keep the two playing together for the game next week. against the Mankey mob. But obviously he's wanting, I don't know, maybe he's planning on playing Alves next week, and maybe that's why he's wanting Alves to get 90 minutes under his belt. He's been out a wee bit, hasn't he? Andy Halliday at left back, so and Windass on the left. Obviously Murphy and DJ are still, either they're not fully fit yet or he's holding them back for next week.
All right.
But we should have enough there to get through the day, no problem. Shouldn't be a problem.
I've been PM'd. Somebody's having a Rudy. It's an alcoholic snack, mate. All right. That's what we're calling a snack now, a Rudy. What do you think of the team, Cairo? I'm not really surprised. Maybe the Alves one is.
Alves, I'd rather had the others fill in, but if Alves is going to be playing next week, I suppose he's got to play sometime. It just kind of upsets the team a wee bit, just the fact that they brought him in. I don't know if anything rang with Martin or no, but
he's on the bench, mate.
Yeah, so if he's on the bench, then I take it it's either tactical or it's thinking next week, bringing Alves in, see how he does. And if he's up to it, he'll probably play next week. The rest of it, I think, is pretty unexpected, would you say?
I agree, mate. I agree. No surprise, obviously. Jamie Murphy injured. You put Halliday. You put Windass in there, and you put Cummings in as a straight 4-4-2. That's the way I see it, Cairo.
I'm hoping that it's not a straight 4-4-2 and Windass goes out to that left wing because he's hopeless there. I'm hoping they play it slightly different. I'm hoping they have Cummings out left, running on, and they've got Windass in the middle with Morelos sitting behind Morelos with Cummings sort of a roving up and down there as a sort of a 4-3-1-1 type of thing.
Right, okay,
Because honestly,
anonymous is the word I would use, Cairo.
Pardon?
Anonymous is the word I would use when we put him out there.
Aye, I think, and we lose that. We say he's not that smart a football player, football wise, but he's instinctive of getting in the box and that ability to run in there, and that's what we need for him. So I'm hoping that's what happens there. I'm hoping that he's not playing out a 4-4-2 and we get Windass wide left, because that takes us back to where we were criticising Windass pretty heavily before the last 3 or 4 weeks. So we'll need to see how that fits out. Personally, I'm hoping it's Cummings that goes out there. And Disney plays a straight winger, but has a wee bit of ability to roam, but getting back to help the midfield as well. So it's a part of a, as I say, a sort of fourth. I don't know, 4-3-1-1 type of thing. Just that.
I think it'll be a 4-4-2, mate. I think it'll be a 4-4-2.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping Cummings isn't. I'm hoping he's not dropped back as far as that, and he's up helping me. So, probably 4-4-2. But I'm hoping the two in that two, it's base it's Windass and Morelos as opposed to Cummings and Morelos, because if Windass is out left, I think it's a poor show for us.
Ibrox, you want to use the team again and the substitutes?
Alnwick, Tavernier, Bates, Alves, Halliday, Doherty, Goss, Candias, Windass, Cummings and Morelos. Substitutes: Fods, Martin, Hodgson, Holt, Hiera, Miller and Dodo. So that's basically 3 changes for last week, with Alnwick replacing Wes, Alves replacing Russell Martin, and Cummings replacing Jamie Murphy. Everybody still there yet?
I think, Rudy, one of the main talking points would be the 3 strikers on the bench.
Aye. I think I think the team that he's gone with today, it should be Merlin. They should have enough quality there to get past Falkirk. But the guys that are sitting on the bench, I'm quite surprised Dodo's there, to be honest. But then you've got Kenny Miller sitting there as well. But maybe if we're looking for a goal, which touch wood, hopefully we're no. But maybe if we're looking for a goal in the last 20 minutes, you bring the two on, if the two boys are all cutting that up front, For me, Josh Windass is key today. If he's playing on the left side of left side of the park, he's got to put a bigger effort in than he normally does when he plays in there, because there's lots of games he's played there and he's been absolutely non-existent. Hopefully that will not be the case.
His record at Ibrox isn't great, neither, Rudy.
No, it's a good point, Hawks.
His record at Ibrox isn't great, and he's been anonymous at games at Ibrox where he's foraged away from home. Cairo?
No, I agree totally. I think we lose too much. I think we know the type of player he is. Now we kind of got a wee idea of the type of player he is. He's not a chaser back. He's not like Murphy, where Murphy grafts away all the time and he's running back and he's working between both the forwards and the midfield, and he's running the show a wee bit with Goss. That's not what Windass's game is. Windass's getting, it's running into the space, running into the box. And if you play him out wide, you lose that. But not only do you lose that running into the box, you're taking up a man's position that could be playing in the wing and playing as a winger. So if you're going to do that, I'd rather play a winger and leave Windass off.
Maybe that's why Dodo's there, mate, to come on, because he can play wide on both sides as well. He has done in the past.
It might be. Well, why not start with Dodo then?
Well, I don't know.
Because if you're going to wait 65 to 70 minutes to see if Windass is going to cut it in that position, which he's never done it yet in any games we've seen him, we've said he's been a non-entity, then it means you're going to be playing with a man doing for 60 odd minutes, 70 minutes maybe. So why not put Dodo on?
Let's see how it goes, Cairo. I mean, Windass could be man in the match, putting it outside left for all we know.
I'm not saying it will only be. What I'm saying is the chances of it happening are very unlikely based on his previous performances.
And history tells us no, doesn't it?
Yeah, and when he has been playing through the middle as a sort of a sitting behind Morelos and being that sort of a link player, I'll tell you the other thing since he started playing in that position, he seems to bring, I think it's Murphy myself right enough, but you look at this, a couple of the situations we've had in previous games, we've got 4 and 5 players running about the box or in the box. When was the last time we've seen that? Up until recently. We're always 1 or 2 players and that was it, but there are 4 or 5 players running about there. And I think that's the industry can do especially, but also Murphy getting forward and we Windass being there or thereabouts and making himself visible and available in the spaces in there. So to me, that's the key position. If he plays that position today with Cummins lying kind of a wide, I'd be happy. But if he's playing Windass as a straight 4-4-2 left, out in the left mid, out in the left wing, I think we'll be a man short in that position. I think it'll be telling.
Looks like a 4-4-2 to me, but Rudy.
I agree with you totally, Ox. Looks like just straightforward 4-4-2 to me. As I said, it worked against United. I don't see any reason why it can't work against Falkirk. I don't know. I'm not so sure about Falkirk. I don't think they're playing that well at the moment. But it's a cup game. It's a one-half game, isn't it? So you'd expect Falkirk to put up some kind of fight today, I mean, it could work brilliantly today. The 2 boys up front could just bang in a few goals for a bit of fun today, which I hope they do, obviously. But like I said, Windass on the left, I mean, how many times did we rip into him on the show, in the first half of the season when he played it there quite a lot, and as Cairo was saying there, he's non-existent. I hope that's not the case today because he's done himself a power of good over the last few weeks, the amount of goals he scored, I'd like to see him getting a goal or 2 today as well, especially for that position. Cairo made a good point though. If you get Dodo sitting on the bench, you can play on the left. Why not start with Dodo today, and give the boy a run it. It'd be a perfect opportunity the day. But then, if that happens and it backfires on you, then, I suppose we'd all be sitting here saying, well, why did they start with Dodo, The boys up front have got to take their chances today, Cummins has got to prove that he's more than capable of wearing that jersey up front, on a regular basis. And it's like we were saying the other night.
Is this Cummins his first start at Ibrox? Is it his first start at Ibrox? The other starts at United and was it Forest? Fraserburgh. I was going to say Forest Mechanics. That was going back to
Fraserburgh. He came on against Ross County up there as well, so he's don't think he started at Ibrox yet.
First start at Ibrox, I think, So it's a perfect opportunity for Cummins today, like we were talking about last night, I think it was, wasn't it, the other night? he's not going to take the jersey off Morelos, but when he gets his opportunity, he needs to show Graham Murphy what he's all about. Every opportunity he gets, he's got to take it, because he's going to have to battle really hard if he does want to get that jersey off for Morelos.
I'd be interested when you go.
Yeah,
Kyle?
I think that's fair. I think Morelos has grew into a real key player for us, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, he's industry, he's tackling, he's running back, he's worked with Tav, he's putting boys into the box now that are hurting other teams, and he seems to be enjoying it as well. So I think he's grown into a really, key player just now, and he could, in the future, if he keeps that up, I think we could see him being a real asset for us going forward, because he's really grew into that role.
When you say asset, would that be pound, shillings and pence?
No, I mean value on the field for us. Right. I wouldn't sell him if he keeps going the way he's going. I think we get value for money out of him playing in the team. The
problem is, Kyle, we don't know what the small print in the contracts are, do we?
That's true. But I mean, if things went Rangers' way with the contracts, and he wasn't, he was happy here and the contract wasn't too onerous, then I think it's a no-brainer, to be quite honest. I think the guy could be a really good asset for us. And I mean that in the terms of a playing asset as opposed to a selling asset.
Fair comment, mate. Fair comment. So people want to join us, Ibrox, what's the number?
It's 0141 356 1972.
Or they can join us at rangersradio.online, where you'll be brought into the call. Anybody surprised that Halliday's playing again? Or is that the obvious choice?
I think, if I've been honest, mate, it's maybe the only choice at the moment. I said to a few boys in the lobby, obviously before the show, that I heard that Wallace wasn't going to be in the squad, but he will play a bounce match next week. I know the youngsters play AAP Athens next Tuesday, I believe. And he's scheduled to play in that match because you're allowed 3 overage players in that squad. I know it's no first team, it's no really competitive as a match like this maybe would have been, but it's got to be horses for courses. He's been out for, I think, 4 or 5 months now, and he's got to build up his match time gradually, and you really can't do it, as a lot of people say, in their first team at the moment. So,
do you know what that suggests to me, Cairo? That suggests to me that Declan John is going to be fit for next week.
Hope you're right. But yeah, if he was, especially if he was taking off, the niggle rather as a bad injury. Possibly. I'd like if that was the case. So I'd like to have played today if he was available, because again, it takes you it's that match fitness. When you get to that level, it makes a difference. And Declan John, when he first came in, was a good runner and that type of thing, but that wee edge, that wee difference, that wasn't there. It's there. It was there before he broke off. So that you might lose that wee. It's that match fitness, that wee, that wee cutting edge that you get when you're playing.
Last 5%.
That's the thing. So I hope you're right. I hope what you're saying is right. And he's the 2 weeks off or whatever it is he's been off. He doesn't lose that, and he can slot in next week. And if that's the case, I would be really happy with that.
Rudy?
I like Cairo. I hope you're right, because for me, DJ's played really well, and I said a couple of weeks back when we were discussing it about Lee Wallace coming back into the squad, should he walk straight back into the team again? And I said, no, I don't think he should. I think he's got to earn his place back in the team. I know he's a captain, but I think he's still got to earn his place back in the team. When we come round to play the Tims next week, I'd much rather have DJ in there than Lee Wallace. He's played, we know Wallace has been out for months now, so DJ's played a lot more football. And hopefully will be back next week, because to be honest with you, I kind of dread going, if we have to go with Andy Halliday next week, I'd seriously worry about that. Because Andy Halliday, as much as I like him, I like the boy, he's not a left back, I think he'd be a bit of a bomb scare in that position, and I think they'd target him as well, because they'd know that, they get one of their flying machines onto him, and I don't think Andy Halliday would stand a chance, to be honest with you. So for me, DJ's got to be fit for next week. Has to be, really,
Against the Flasher, he'd have a hard, torrid time, I think.
He would get a hard time. That's what I was saying, Cairo. They'd stick one of their flying machines onto him, and Halliday wouldn't stand a chance because he's no pace, Andy Halliday. You know, he's got a nice left foot. You know, but no pace whatsoever. You know, and they'd target that. They would know that as well. You know, I mean, because if I'm talking about it, and you're talking about it, and we're mentioning it on here, then they know that. And that's exactly what they would do. They'd target that side of the pitch, you know. Jamie Murphy would have his work cut out, get back to help him out and stuff like that, you know. I think DJ's, in fact, between DJ and Lee Wallace, I think DJ's actually the best left back, if I have to be honest, you know. Big Lee's alright going forward, you know. But I think DJ's got a lot more about him going forward. I like his attacking intent, the way he goes by players and stuff like that. When he runs with the ball at his feet, he's pretty good at that.
Talking about people who are very one pace, we've been joined by Travel Rock. In
the Navy. In the Navy.
How we doing, Travel?
Not bad, mate. Not bad.
Where are you?
I'm at home.
All right, okay. Because your internet's sounding not too bad, so you thought you're middle of the North Sea or something.
No, I've been home.
So you're somewhere in the east of Scotland, then, eh?
I've been home since Friday, but I'm...
By the west, okay.
I'm in a bad way, so I'll not be out of it by the day, so...
You still suffering, son?
I've got pneumonia, believe it or not.
Have you?
Aye.
Right.
Oh
dear.
So, aye. So I'll be the...
Is it contagious?
I know how you want something, like...
No, I've got to say cheerio. You know how you can get viruses after these computers, Cairo, you know?
Yeah, especially these complicated ones you get off sailors, that's more than a virus.
That's I've probably got one of the better ones, you're right, Cairo.
You've not lost a lot of weight, mate, have you?
I have actually, aye.
Oh dear, I think, Cairo. Anyway, what's your thinking? Travel.
As you talking about Lee Wallace here, I think, you know, I'll always defend Lee, but even more so, I would love to see how Lee Wallace would perform with somebody like Jamie Murphy in front of him. I think I know DJ is impressive going forward, but I actually think Lee's a better player going forward, and I want to see him. I'd like to see a partnership there with Jamie Murphy, because look how much a player it's made a Tavernier having somebody like Candace in front of him. So I think Leo... Yeah.
Fair comment, mate, but I still think next week will come too early for him, mate.
Oh, I'm no arguing there. I'd rather have Declan John going in there next week. If Lee had got recovered 2 or 3 weeks ago and got a couple of games under his belt, then fair enough, but there's no way he should be put in that game next week.
Anyway, if we'll come back to you, Travel Rug, let's hear from Mr. Murray. If you don't mind going on mute, lads, we'll hear what his thoughts are of the team.
Graham, how important is it to try and keep the momentum going this afternoon against a well-organised Falkirk team?
It's vital for the players, it's vital for confidence, because we're in a good place at the moment, but we need to keep that going. We need to make sure that we hit the standards that we've set for ourselves and get ourselves into the next round.
Just the 3 changes this afternoon, what's the thinking there?
Jack was always going to play. He was going to play in the last round as well. Obviously he missed out on that one, but Bruno's back. He needs a game. He's a big character. He's been training really well, and obviously Jamie Murphy's out with an injury that is getting better, improving all the time. But we need to see Jason needs minutes as well, so it's an opportunity there to get those guys in and integrated into the team, but it's also an opportunity for those guys that stayed in the team to continue the good form that they're in, and I'm talking about Alfredo and Josh and Daniel, making sure that they can go and continue what they've been doing for us.
You said before the air game you were excited to see the partnership between Alfredo and Jason. Are you excited to see it again, hopefully develop today?
I'm excited to see different things, because I've asked Jason to play a slightly different position, a subtle change for him, but I've also asked him to go and be a threat and go and bring his own unique slant on things to the game, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do with a start here.
What do you expect from Falkirk today?
I'm expecting them to play this like it's a cup final, like it's a massive game, which it is, but I've said to the players we need to make sure that we approach it in the same manner, because if we don't, then we open up ourselves to criticism of not starting the game right, not respecting our opponent properly, and not playing at the right tempo. But I'm expecting a team that's going to come here full of aggression and organisation and ability to cause us problems if we're not right at it. So we need to make sure we take that hope away from them and really go and continue the good moment that we're in.
Well, thanks for that. We'll go back to Travel. How are we doing, Travel? Oh,
Aye, I'm here, mate.
well, don't you do that. Worried about you. You may have fell off your seat. What about some of that rum you had at Christmas time? Would that not sort you?
I've not went on to that yet. I still have to style my pulse through well yet.
Anyway, I think Cairo might be right. It's what you said earlier on about Cummings playing a different role. Cairo predicted that. They must have his crystal ball. What's your thoughts? Looks as if Cummings no playing as an out-and-out striker. Eh?
But you think he's going to play the Josh Windass role?
I'll either be that. He'll either be playing one of the Josh Windass roles. He'll either be playing, if you like, the shadow striker, as Ibrox call it, or he'll be playing it on the left.
Aye. I think I'd rather have him in the shadow striker role than out on the left.
Me also, but then you lose Windass, as Cairo said earlier on. I mean, his form outside left hasn't been great.
Unfortunately, I never seen the game last week. But I want to see this partnership in the midfield. Greg and Sean Goss. Because that sounded everything I was reading about in forums on Twitter and everybody was really excited about it. And the makings of some good there. But I think that's maybe been key to how we've been performing so well recently. There's no doubt we're the form team at the moment. We're playing the best football. We're the most expansive team. We're creating so many chances, and I think it's because we've got some cracking partnerships throughout the teams. And unfortunately, this wee injury to Jamie Murphy and to Declan, that's just upset that wee one on the left, which I thought was building lovely as well. So I think if we go today, we want a result obviously, but we want to come out there without any more injuries and hopefully get our real left side partnership back next week and get tore into this mob next week. If we can keep our team fit just now, that's going to be key to it.
I think Bridgeman, if he was here, would say take 1-0, the injuries, move on and move into the next round of the cup, you know.
I see what you're saying, aye. But I don't know that we're that kind of team now, are we?
No, we're always going forward, mate.
But we are, aye.
We're always going forward.
It's great to be like that now. It's great to be like that because before we would have been praying for 1-0 victories, praying to keep any kind of clean sheet. But now I think we're going into games and we're wanting to see 3 and 4 goals, and that's a brilliant sign for us, isn't it?
Well, it's better to watch, isn't it?
That is, I don't need it.
It's not just better. It's not just better to watch. It's much more. It makes you much more hopeful that they're going to score goals just the way they're playing. They're making loads and loads of chances, and as I've observed in the last couple of games, with 3 or 4 folk in the box, you have a lot better chances of scoring goals, and the chances were made before with 1 or 2 players in there and they're missing them. You know, they're no capitalising on them. So all in all, the whole way we're playing, I think everybody's enjoying it because it's more pleasing in the eye. It's quite exciting. I mean, that second goal we scored last week was absolutely superb football. I mean, just the one touch, the way they moved the ball about and everything, was absolutely fantastic. So the level of football we can play now with the players we have, I think, is really good. It's exciting, and I'm for one, I'm really hopeful it will be a good show today, and the way we play takes us forward next week as well, and really gives them a right good fright.
We seem to be scoring these team goals quite regular, Cairo, but also one of your other points there about players in the box. You think of the second goal against Hearts? What was Russell Martin doing in there?
I know, and if you look at the clip, if you watch when he scores and runs away, you see Bates running across there and all. So there must have been a free kick or something. I can't remember. But it was somebody had said it, and it stuck in my head because when I was watching, it showed you, I think it was a shot for the Rangers goal for the other end of the park, and you see Russell Martin on the way coming across the shot. You see Bates coming across the shot and all up the park, in the defensive position. So I'm just wondering what the two of them's doing up there.
Aye. It's a new mindset we've got, Rudy Berra. A more positive mindset.
It certainly is. It's been absolutely brilliant to watch at times. Some of the football has been breathtaking. I've thought over the last sort of 3, 4, 5 games. The amount of goals that they've scored, the chances they've created. And as Cairo was saying there, you get 3 or 4 or 5 boys into that box. They're all wanting a touch of the ball. They're all wanting to take the ball. They're all making themselves available. The speed of the passing and the movement into space at times is just absolutely fantastic to watch. Whatever they're doing in whatever kind of coaching they're getting is working out by the looks of things. It's working. I hope we see maybe that the day. But like you say, a 1-0 win gets us into that semi-final at Hampden, gives the Bears another day out. So I would take that if needs be, but I'd much rather see a 3 or 4-0 win, to be honest.
Of course you would, Rudy. In the past, the way we played, the chances of getting a 1-0 win were a lot more than they are now. Your expectation is that you're going to score at least 3 or 4 goals. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, since the new year, I said the other night, Cairo, it all kicked off for me against the Tins, before the winter shutdown. I thought in that second half, especially, we had 3 or 4 great chances to win that game, and if the boys, Alfredo especially, if he'd had these shooting boots on that day, we'd have come away with the 3 points that day, and that's when it kind of kicked off for me. I thought they were exceptional that second half at times. Played Celtic off the park, and they've done that to most of the teams. I mean, the Hibs result, disappointing as it was a bit of a blip, really. And when you sit and watch Rangers and we're expecting them to score goals, like it's a case now, even if we do go 1-0 down, I'm not worrying now because I know the amount of chances, the kind of football we're playing, I know the amount of chances that we're going to create. And we've got boys, I mean, across the front 4, recently, they've been absolutely brilliant. Look at the amount of goals they've scored between the 4 of them, It's been great to watch, Fantastic.
The potential's there, Rudy, isn't it?
It's absolutely brilliant to watch. As I say, even if we go 1-0 down, the amount of chances that we'll create, especially if it's early in a game. I mean, how many times in the first part of the season, or even last season, did we go 1-0 down and we struggled to get back into the game again? Well, that's not happening now. But like you say, Cairo, the potential's there, and if they keep improving the way they are, Graham Murray said 2 or 3 interviews now the last few weeks, he's said, there's more to come for this team. Well, I'm really looking forward to that then, because I'm liking what I'm seeing just now, to be honest,
Cameron, you want to come in there?
No, just that Rudy described the Hibs game as a blip. You imagine if we'd got that result that day, think of the momentum we'd have built up by now.
Aye, yeah.
How close we would have been. And I know I've said it before, and I think that game's going to hurt us more than we're even thinking about it just now. I can't have this horrible feeling that we're going to get to the end of the season and we're going to be 2 points behind them or something at the end of the season.
Yeah. And it was frustrating. It was frustrating travel. The fact that the Tims lost that day to Kelly as well. That was really frustrating.
But that happened before we kicked off, so we knew exactly what was in front of us that day. We knew we could make ground, and we didn't do it. And that's where that day was more, for me. It was more than just a blip. It was just because you're right. For me, they've turned the corner since that. They seem to get some sort of confidence when we played against them at New Year, and we've done nothing but improve since then. And that one game is just, for me, just put a wee bit of a dampener on what we just knew would be totally buzzing. We've been on a great run of results, great run of performances. We're destroying teams. I mean, look at Craig Levine. He's coming out and he's absolutely slaughtering the other mob, slaughtering Scott Brown. When we came out and played, he praised us. And that's unusual for somebody like him, because I think he even realised that his team got taken apart by a brilliant football team, a team that's playing high on confidence, but they've also got a shape and they've got ability. And he didn't even come out and was too critical and accepted that he was beat by a far better team. I think we're starting to get a wee bit of. I think the other teams around about us are beginning to realise that we are a better team than we probably were showing earlier in the season. And then it's maybe taking and like Graham Murray and Mark Allen just to put their touches on it, we're getting some of these signings in. And it's great going to watch the team now, isn't it? It's easy. We've all been turning up. The 50,000's always been there, but you can sense that everybody's buzzing to get along and see it again.
You're saying it's great going to watch, mate. People can't get tickets for games against Kilmarnock.
I know. That last home game I was at Ox, I've not seen this for years and years. Usually you see guys standing outside the subway with tickets up in there. This time it was guys standing with their fingers up in there. as if they were wanting 2 tickets or 1 ticket. You know, they were just stunning with a finger. I've not seen that for years at Ibrox, where it's nobody walking about selling tickets. It's actually guys stunning with their hands up to say they want 2 tickets or whatever, and that's a great sign, isn't it? And I can't mind what that last home game was. Was it? Wasn't it Hearts? Because I was away, but it was maybe a game before that, Hamilton or something maybe. But and by the way, I meant to say, you were talking about the second goal. That's no. We've scored a few goals like that now, where it's been like 20 passes between and getting moved from side to side, and just maintaining possession, but no wasting or no making stupid passes, but actually a purpose to the passing, and then bang, both of them straight through, and it's a goal. You know, there's real football in that team now. I'm excited about going to play them next week, as long as we can go there with effectively what we've got as a full team. I don't want to go there without a Jamie Murphy, or I don't want to go there without a Kindias. We need all-day players, and see if we've got all-day players, if we've got all-day partnerships that I was talking about earlier, we'll destroy them. We will rip them apart. They're nothing. They've proved they're not playing well. They've not got a strong team just now. They've got a lot of injuries out. They're not playing with any confidence. We will terrorise them.
If we play.
If we've got, that's what I'm saying. If we've got the players on the park, if we can put our what is our strongest team at the moment, if we can put that out, we will torture them.
I think they'll get the players today. It's just doing it, really, isn't it?
Ibrox Loyal, how do you see it going today, mate? Because we've got to get the day out of the way before we start talking about next Sunday.
No, definitely, mate. As I say, the manager used a few key words for me. The first one being momentum. We've got it behind us, and that's what we needed for a long time. And now it's come. You can see that week in, week out. And as he says as well, the second thing he says was about starting at a very fast pace. When we start at a fast pace, as we've done it against Hearts. We did it, well, maybe not did it against United, they get the early goal, but after that, we took control of that match, and we got the goals back, and it ended up, we countered it, and I believe that it'll be the same today. We can start at a fast pace, get a couple of goals within the first half hour, we'll go on and we'll win the match, like 4 or 5-0. I see it being a 3-0 result myself, but if we start it the way we can start, then it can be another 4 or 5-0 result for us today. Because their defence and goalkeeper aren't the greatest shakes in the world, let's be honest about it.
Wasn't that long ago they were a bogey team, Rudy Bear, was it?
Aye. Do you remember the 2-0 and then 3-2? No. I don't see anything like that happening the day, Ox, to be honest. You know, I think I'm going for a 4-1 today. I think we'll lose one at the back, but I think the boys up front, Cummins and Morelos, and Windass, I think between them they could easily score 4 goals a day. So I'm going for a 4-1. That sets us up lovely for next week. And we can spend the whole of next week enjoying the fact we're in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup, and we've got a good chance of battering the Tims at Ibrox next week, you know.
And we'll know the draw today, yeah? The draw's after this game, innit? So,
after the game, that's right, yep.
So something to look forward to, Cairo, semi-final, hopefully.
I think so, yeah. I think it's going to be I think we'll score at 3 or 4. Whether we'll lose a goal or no, I don't know. I'm quite keen to see how Alves plays, because I think that'll be one of the areas that Murray will have to make a big decision for next week about. So we'll see how Alves does today.
Aye, man. I just don't think as Bridges always saying, we've not got the centre-backs to play with 3 at the back, mate. We just haven't got them, you know. Are comfortable in the wide areas.
What do you think about Alves and Martin for next week then? I think that's a possibility.
Too many 2 for 3, but for me, Big Bates is the best defender we've got at centre back. Travel Rock.
I agree. It's David Bates plus one other. I'm going to go for 3-0. I think we'll get a clean sheet today, despite the fact I totally disagree with Alnick coming in. We shouldn't be messing about with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper should die there every week. It shouldn't just be getting changed for a cup game. I don't care about Sunday's contract. I know we have this discussion all the time, but it shouldn't be changed. It should be Wes. End of story.
I agree, Travel. 100%.
What do you think of that? But Travel's just said Cairo.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think let's see how they turn it. As I say, I'll be interested in how Alves plays, because that'll be the big decision. I certainly think Bates is the first one I'd pen in among them, because he's young, he's faster than the other two, I think, by miles. He gives us that sort of a catch up if somebody does get by, and the fact that he's just big and gang.
Goes Cairo there? Goes Cairo?
I think so. Sounds like it, Ox.
And then it'd be a decision then around who to play with them.
You back Cairo. We lost you in mid-sentence there, but that was some of the best words I've heard of you for a long time.
I was doing the sign language for the brief there.
Well, we'll get Ibrox. He does his Rab McGunchy for an edge. Anyway, looking forward to the game. Who said 3?
I says 3, mate. I
said 3 without any reply.
All right, that was my thinking as well. But listen, if that was the only disappointing thing when it went 4-0 on Tuesday night, I thought we'll go on and win by a few more. But obviously it's a cup tie, so if we do go in front, they've nothing to play for. So just see the game out comfortably, professionally, and hopefully no more injuries. Rudy Bear.
I don't like to see any injuries at all. We want a fully fit squad for next week. Graham Murphy, make sure he's got plenty of options. Plenty of options on the bench as well as in the first 11. Who's going to pick for his first 11? But want a good win today. Give the Bears that's standing in that cold today. Give them a bit of entertainment. Good win today. Semi-final sets us up for the Tims next week. But the last thing we want is an injury today. I don't know, say Bates or something like that. That's not an option for us today. We don't need that. We just need a nice clean game today. Without any injuries.
That's
anyway,
a real
Rudy,
good,
that's
a real
He's a
good
shout
point.
Out, Rudy. He's a shout out.
Oh, Graham Murphy and the team carry on for Tuesday night. Bar a load of goals and a good performance. A Scottish Cup semi-final, please. That'll do lovely.
Cairo, give your thoughts. Then a shout out, mate.
Yeah, I agree with what was said there. Just one point I'd like to bring up. We talk about it after this game, but I'm going to watch the tackles in their team this game, because the environment that's been created by that other mob or the other side of the city the last couple of years means that referees are getting into our games and they're giving a hell of a leeway to other teams to kick our players essentially. And I'm just wondering what this referee is going to be like tonight, because they seem to be targeting our good players. Like the players that are out, Dorns, Jack, the way they went out. They just started to go into a game, McCrory, and I think they were targeted, to be my cynical view, but that's what I think. So I'm going to watch that today, because it's the week before we play them, and we just need to see if anything happens there, because we need this referee to be strong. Yeah, we need this referee to be strong today, and that's what I'm going to be watching, because if they're going to target folk. My shout out is going to be the guys that are braving the weather and everything else and getting to the game and actually going. Fantastic.
Yeah. Travel Rug. Hope you get well soon, mate. Hope you get better soon, mate.
Same as Cairo. Big shout out to all the boys and girls that's making a line the other day. I hope the players give you a performance that makes it worthwhile for this terrible weather that everybody's having to go out and about in. Good luck to the players and good luck to the fans today.
Hi, Brooks Loyal.
Aye, just the same as the lads have said, safe journey to all the Bears travelling to the match day. It's not the greatest of conditions, but hopefully our players start at a very fast pace in the first 20-30 minutes and a couple of goals up, because then we just can for the rest of the match.
Yeah, this has been Rangers Radio. Hoping the Rangers going to win the game this afternoon. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle for a quick post-match show before the Euro show, which starts at 8 o'clock this evening. So take it away, old school boy.